Poke has been cancelled. Lil Nas X has recently posted a music video. Lil Nas X makes out with the devil in this music video. So Christians were enraged by what was happening in the music video, as well as the fact that Lil Nas X was sharing a shoe with the pentagram on it, and tried to cancel Lil Nas X. As you might be aware, a Lil Nas X concert took place in Roblox a few months ago. People were upset because there is a lot of young kids on Roblox and they may be exposed to it. Also, the Roblox RTC Twitter account apparently tweeted this out. Drama. After Lil Nas X performed last month, many conservative parents are mad at his latest song, Call Me By Your Name. They say because he performed on Roblox, kids may discover the new song. Most people, however, disagree and say Lil Nas X's brand is his brand and not kid-friendly. And yeah, that tweet later got deleted, but this sparked a lot of discussion in Roblox's YouTube and Twitter communities. Poke responds to the RTC, shouldn't have performed on Roblox if he knew he was going to release Satan shoes. Creekcraft also responded to the RTC. People are upset at shoes. Meanwhile, most shoe brands literally use child labor. Meanwhile, kids are literally starving without food. Meanwhile, the planet is on fire and dying. Meanwhile, millions of kids can't afford doctors. But yeah, let's worry about some shoes and a music video. / satire. Poke responds, the shoes are super disrespectful to Christians. Kaneka Kitten also responded to the RTC. I'm not really sure why a concert from months is relevant in the terms of talking about the current stuff he's doing. I don't think anyone could have predicted what the dude does next in terms of music, etc. Now, Zeph Plays went off. went off. He went at everyone. He kept responding to this person called Loon etc, and I believe their original tweet got deleted, but this is in response to Poke. He didn't say that. Those things you listed are very important matters. Also, it's not just shoes to us, it's glorifying Satan / evil. We don't see Satan as fake. We see him as very real, and when you glorify Satan, hell invites evil and leads your soul into darkness. Be withered, Luna responds. But you have to understand that not everyone is Christian, and Christians don't dictate what everyone else does. Yes, you are correct, but me as a Christian is not telling someone what to do, but explaining why people don't like the shoes. But many people take that out of context and spread misconceptions. Keyword, us. But just because your religion has things against Satan doesn't mean you should talk about others who aren't of your religion. If you are so anti-devil, why would you speak on the situation to begin with? Just ignore it. It's wrong on so many levels. Glorifying Satan isn't cool and not an aesthetic. Satan's not even hiding no more. We've literally seen artists sell their souls in public. Red Man, ooh, scary. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing people he didn't exist. My greatest trick I've ever pulled is this ratio. Yes, I agree with you, but you could also say that way about any other religion. We see people glorify the Christian God in many ways, but people don't say much about it. When people do their other entities, such as Satan, people want to get mad. Because God is creator of all things, He is love and peace and everything. He is everything. We should be glorifying God. We shouldn't be glorifying Satan. Satan is all evil. Satan doesn't, and he will not care about you. Internal torment. It isn't a party. All Christians like to bring up Satanism, but if you look up Satan, there are many types of it. The original was created by a man who just wanted to express his actual thoughts, such as gay marriage being okay. Then of course you have the actual Satanism that do worship in. Also, many people compare Lucifer and Satan being the same person, but they aren't. They are two different beings. Lucifer is a fallen angel and was banished for wanting to be equal. Satan is the actual bad person who doesn't want to do bad stuff. And also many Satanists worship Baphomet. Baphomet stands for equality, which is why in many picture he has a breast, which is female, and a penis for male, and a goat head for animals, and a human body, body for humans. I think it's wrong when people just hate on other people for a different worship than theirs. People are free to worship however they want. Doesn't mean it's right. Plus, nowhere I was hating on anyone. We as Christians want people on the right path back to God. We want to see as many people as we can in heaven. I also have people around me that are Christian just like using the Bible against people just to do stuff against it. Like wearing jewelry, eating shellfish, having a short haircut, and that homosexuality is wrong, how it's mistranslated. The fall of Lucifer described in Isaiah 14:12 is likely the same that Jesus referred to in Luke 10:18. I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. A similar fall is deceptive 28. But since you and I have different opinions on stuff, doesn't mean we should argue, because you and I could do that for hours on end and not get anywhere. We are discussing, not arguing. Flibsy says, you can't be serious. I am serious. Why I don't directly believe it's a satanic cult or something like that. Joking / creating a movement with Satan as a symbol isn't cool. Straight up whack and disrespectful. We're all at a fundamental disagreement here, and we won't get anywhere by arguing it. But would you be upset if the shoes were themed after Egyptian gods instead? I don't understand the issue, especially with Satan. Just having a convo. Anyway, in Christianity, Satan is literally evil. When you can do anything, promoting Satan or anything like that invites evil. Egyptian religion is not practiced widespread, and the Lil Nas X thing is obviously here to Christianity. Yes, Satan is evil, but so are many other mythological creatures. Especially not allowing artists to dispute Satan because he is evil. It's just an inconsistent position to hold. It's just art, but that's just our fundamental disagreement, as I'm not religious. Yes, I see the side you're coming from. However, as a Christian, we do not believe Satan is mythological, and that is very real. So that is why, as a religious person, I see it to be disrespectful. Also, we call this out with love. We don't want people not knowingly invite evil into them. I get this, but everyone tells him he's going to hell. So when he does it, I get this, but everyone tells him he's going to hell. So when he does it, it's now a problem. That's a tough subject, to be honest. Yeah, I don't agree with people telling him he's going to hell. That's not how Christians are. He's going to hell. That's not how Christians are supposed to be. We're meant to treat everyone with love. Love is the sinner, not the sin. Yeah, Lil Nas X has tons of kids. Yeah, Lil Nas X has tons of kids fans. Making a song attacking Christianity and glorifying Satan is not cool, and doesn't set a good example for kids. Attacking hatred with more hatred does not solve a problem. He's not responsible for your children. I'm not a parent, nor am I speaking for parents. I'm just saying in general. We need to learn not to make assumptions. But people so quickly, but to love and respect each other, whether we agree with them or not. I see too much of, if you agree with me, you're the worst and pure evil. That mentality gets nowhere. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on a tablet of your heart. Then you'll win favor in the sight of God and man. Proverbs 3 verse 3-4. It's Ammon replies this. You literally said a pair of shoes is more important than dying and the earth catching on fire. This is more than just cancel culture. He doesn't say that. Those things you listed are very important matters. Also, not just shoes to us. It's glorifying Satan / evil. We don't see Satan as fake. We see him as very real, and when you glorify Satan / hell, it invites evil and leads soul to your darkness. Aiden responds, or Dino Nuggets, not everyone is Christian. Don't expect the world to bend over backwards for your personal beliefs. We aren't telling you what to do, simply explaining why we feel it is disrespectful to us and morally wrong to us. and he shows a screenshot of Philip Powell OP saying, "Person, I want to do X. Catholic Church, you are free to do it. Person, but you think X is wrong. Catholic Church, yes. Person, because you want to control me. Catholic Church, no. You are free to do what you want. Person, but you think X is wrong. Catholic Church, yes, but only because I want your ultimate good. Person, but I want to do X. Catholic Church, you are free to do it. Person, but I want to say that X is good. Catholic Church, I cannot say that. Person, why do you hate me?" You are so easily open-minded to say LGBTQ plus are a sin and will go to hell, but once we embrace it that it's offensive and not funny, it's how he said it. It's so obviously what he meant. You mean to tell me that a pair of shoes is more important than people dying? No one ever said a pair of shoes are more important than people dying, and don't let a bad few Christians that spread hate by saying people are going to hell represent all of us. We are taught to love the sinner but hate the sin. Completely different things. Love and respect always. No one ever said a pair of shoes are more important than people dying. Poke. The shoes are super distractful to Christians, man. But yeah, let's just ignore the fact what Creech said is right. But yeah, the issues are more important / satire. Still, no one said that's more important than other issues. Also, if you think Christianity isn't helping with those issues, I provide receipts, and he shows a Google search response from a website, Roman Catholic Church. The Roman Catholic Church is the largest non-environment provider of healthcare services in the world. It has around 18,000 clinics, 16,000 homes for the elderly and those with special needs, and 5,500 hospitals, with 65% of them located in developing countries. And he also provides a screenshot from Wikipedia. Catholic Charities is a network of charities with headquarters in Alexandria, Virginia. In 2005, Forbes magazine ranked it as the 5th largest charity in the United States in terms of total revenue. The organization serves millions of people a year, regardless of their religion, social or economic backgrounds. In 2019, 2 million persons were served at more than 2,600 locations. Next to the federal government, Catholic Charities is the largest U.S. social safety net provider. Those receipts literally have nothing to do with Poke said about saying that shoes are more important than people dying and the earth catching on fire. You're just completely ignoring what I'm saying. We are saying that a pair of shoes are more important than people dying and the earth on fire. Correct. And I've said continually, no one has ever said that, and you keep saying they have, providing no solid evidence. Again, ignoring what I said. I've been providing evidence, you're just choosing to ignore it because you're friends with another star creator and think you're better than everyone else when you're not. With the personal attacks, rather than talking about the matter at hand, we are going in circles, so we just have to agree to disagree. Shrug. No, I'm not going to have to agree to disagree, yet you're literally ignoring what I'm saying because you don't want to be proven wrong. Continuing on to the Dino Nuggets thread, Zeph Plays responds to Dino Nuggets. I'm not educated on this topic enough, so I've never heard about this personally, but remember, we as humans are flawed. Please note anything that doesn't properly represent the church's doctrine does not represent the church as a whole. Conversion therapy? We all make mistakes, but I draw the line at a pair of sneakers. I can't speak for others, but I've only replied to these tweets about the shoes to inform there was a lot of misconceptions. Not to think it's greater or less than other issues. No, there is not a lot of misconceptions, you're just not getting it thoughts that thick skull of yours because you don't want to be proven wrong. There's a lot of other issues to be worrying about. You'll choose to say after a celebrity who's gay because it's Satan's shoes. not after anyone. Just explaining, all I've seen in these arguments is people saying, wow, you're depressed about these shoes. Well then, you must be against X and support X. It's all just throwing in words that were never even mentioned in the first place. That's not very civil, is it? No one is saying you're against X and support X, when Poke literally said himself that he supports Trump, and think he's better when he was trying to rip away the rights of the LGBTQ+ community. That's not very civil. Is you just ignoring what I'm saying over and over again? Also, Poke said how he thinks shoes are more worthy than people dying in Earth catching fire. No one is saying it when Poke literally said himself. Where did Poke say that? Show me the tweet where he specifically said that. Not sure what I'm ignoring here, you're still making wide misconceptions with no proof. Alright, since you asked, it is where Creek explains that people are more worried about the shoes, but there's more issues like kids dying and Earth catching fire. But Poke uses the excuse, the shoes are super disrespectful to Christians. Also, you just proved that you've been ignoring what I'm saying because I showed it earlier in the thread. And that concludes the Zeph Place versus Twitter part of the video. But Lonnie makes a subtweet, I guess to say it. I'm not really sure if it was directed at the Lil Nas X controversy, whatever it was. But yeah, Lonnie I guess made a subtweet to the matter by saying, I'll defend Jesus until the day I die, and if you don't like it, that's tough for you. Shrug. And Zeph Plays responds, yes sir. Peter 3 verse 15. But in your heart honour Christ the Lord is holy. Always make a defence to anyone who asks you for a reason for the hopes that it is in you. Yet do it with gentleness and respect. And then Kaneko Kitten released a video on the subject, which made Zeph Play says, at Kaneko Kitten YT. I appreciate your video, man. You do very good at being in a neutral mindset, telling both sides. Thank you. Going back to Poke, he has been ratioed multiple times from quote tweets, which later deletes him. One example being, I like him way more than the idiot we have in the office. And to clear up and end off the video, he made a couple of tweets responding to the drama. I was getting attacked too much for my opinion, so I deleted the tweet. This is exactly what I'm talking about. There are no sides anymore. Just a side that is acceptable. Cancel culture is at an all-time high. Sadly, only some will see it and come forward. Good to speak about how I feel. Feel free to unfollow. I still love all of you exactly the same. Poke fans forever. You vote for Trump. You are a... I can't really say what it said because this is a screenshot from Kaneko Kitten's video, because at the time that this all occurred, I was asleep, so I couldn't really track all the tweets. Even the Wayback Machine did not pick this up, so yeah, I just stole his screenshot. And I'm not sure what it said, because it's a bad word apparently. So, you are a who is evil. You don't like Lil Nas Satan shoes, and suddenly you're the evil one. I'm leaving Twitter forever. This word is going downhill. Now, I wouldn't think he'll be leaving forever. I feel like this is a bit more of a hyperbole, since I guess it's just a heat in the moment. But I guess he's following the steps of PewDiePie and KSI for leaving Twitter, because it's just cancel culture and drama that literally no one care about. Anyways, he later says, I mean, hey, people like the Satan shoes, so I guess I share my opinion. I mean, it's the same thing, right? An opinion. So this is why Poke was cancelled and the Lil Nas X drama explained. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please make sure to leave a big